So I get a lot of questions on my photography gear, and so basically here it is. It's all kind of in this bag minus a couple items. The bag's sitting at about 22.5 pounds roughly, with all my lenses, the camera body, and some flash equipment and some just accessories. What I use right now is the Kifaru Antero. This is in their gray color, and then these are the two tripods I'll use. This is more of just a travel one that I'll use, and then this is more that I'll use for headshots and other stuff that's a little more heavy duty. This is the Joby GorillaPod, the Focus one. I believe it holds up to 12 pounds. It'll hold the Nikon D850 with a 70-200. This is the Vanguard Ultra Pro 264 AT. I got it on sale on Amazon. I think it was $164. The only bad thing I don't like about it is the weight, and the tripod adapter isn't Arca Swiss, so I have to switch that out, but that's something that I'll upgrade down the road. But here we have the camera bag. It's a panel loading bag, so you can zip it all the way out. So if you zip it down, actually I'll take this out first. This is just a waterproof bag from Outdoor Research that I have in here. It has some accessories in it, but so if I flip this down, I have a newer camera insert bag. I think it was 22 bucks on Amazon. F-Stop Gear is kind of where I was going to get their ICU, but it was a little expensive, so just to save money, I got this off Amazon. So it holds my Nikon D850 with the camera grip, the battery grip, a Tamron 70-200 2.8 G2. That's their newer lens. I have a Nikon 35mm 1.4, a Nikon 85mm 1.8, and my wide angle, I have a Nikon 14-24 2.8 as well. And then I run flashpoint flashes. It allows me to use them wirelessly and with high-speed sync. And if you don't know what high-speed sync is, you can message me or look it up on Google, on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on it. So it basically allows you to have your shutter speed past your sync speed of your camera, which is typically 1/250th of a second. So I have their Evolve 200, and then I have their other speed light as well, which is the Zoom lithium-ion TTL version. So those both fit in there. And then my Peak Design slide strap, which this is one of my favorite pieces of gear for sure. In the chamber pocket, I keep all my SD cards and the XQD card. In this here, I have business cards, silica packets, a mini screwdriver, extra batteries, a lens filter for the 85 and 35mm, and then I have this allows me to transfer the photos to my camera or to my phone, and it's a lightning bolt to SD card. So I have Lightroom on my phone, and it allows me to read raw photos. If I were to shoot raw on the SD card for redundancy, I can read them on my phone and I can upload them right away. If not, the camera does have Wi-Fi if I shoot in JPEG, and that way I can use it that way. But so I just have this just in case. I think it was $11 off Amazon. In this front pocket here, I have a Poseidon, or a Dark Energy Poseidon charger, and it allows me to charge my batteries, which I'll show you in a second. So in this waterproof bag, and it's only in a waterproof bag because I go snowboarding a lot, and I have my camera on my chest, and so I don't want it to get wet. But so here's two batteries from RAV Power for the Nikon D850, and it allows you to charge it by micro USB, and that's why I bring the Poseidon charger. This is my flash transmitter. So basically I'll put this on top here, and I can control up to 5 flashes at a time with this single transmitter, all wirelessly, and I don't have to go to the flashes and set them up or anything like that. In here also I have a hurricane blower. I have a Petzl E-light. In this baggie I have some Allen wrenches and some additional Arca Swiss mounts. I have one, and then I have the tripod adapter for this Vanguard, as well as I have a couple extra of the Peak Design tassel connectors, or whatever you want to call them. And then there's just some silica packets and lens wipes in here. So as you can see, quite a bit fits in the Kifaru Antero. I think it's about 1,500 cubic inches, and it's working for the time being. If I do get any more camera gear, I'll definitely have to get another bag, something to suit my needs. But for the time being, it's working. So this is something that I use when I snowboard or hike. You might have seen them as well. But what it is the Peak Design Capture Pro. And so basically it uses an Arca Swiss mount adapter that connects to the front of the camera. So if you put the pack on, and I put mine, over the entire strap just for a little added rigidity, because I snowboard with it and I don't want anything to happen with it. I don't just attach it to the webbing here because it kind of flaps around a little bit. So even with the battery grip and the 35mm 1.4, which it's a pretty big lens, it works. It's obviously it sags a little bit, but if you have the chest strap on and you tighten it works pretty well. It obviously isn't. It still hangs, but it's going to with that much weight. You could essentially even have your 70 to 200 on there. I've personally never ran it. I would say that's as far as you could go, but that would be just walking around. I wouldn't recommend snowboarding with that, but it's a great system. And so these are the tripods that I use. This one's great for travel. If you're just doing selfie stuff, I really can not recommend a better one. I think it's $100 on Amazon for the head and the actual tripod legs. The cool thing with these is an Arca Swiss mount. So let's say I have this 70-200 on here. The cool thing about the Tamron is this foot plate actually has an Arca Swiss mount built into it. So I don't have to change out anything. I don't have to add the plate off or take the plate off or add it. And if I wanted to take the lens off and run, let's say, the 35mm 1.4, I have the Peak Design adapter, which is an Arca Swiss mount, and it works all together, and it holds up to roughly about 12 pounds, I believe. So this is my system. If you have any questions, just go ahead and throw them up in the comments, or feel free to DM me, regardless if it's Canon, Sony, Nikon. I've had all 3 brands in the past 2 years. Definitely loving this Nikon D850. My buddy Aaron Snyder recommended it to me, and I can't imagine not having it. It's definitely been a game changer compared to the Sony A7R II I had before. But yeah, so if you have any questions, throw them up, and have a great day.